right, it's 3 o'clock, everybody. It's time to get started. Welcome. Yes, Blanche, thank you. Welcome to the annual Glen Eyre Lip Sync Show. Yeah, some enthusiasm. This is perhaps the most exciting day of the year at Glen Eyre. There's a whole bunch of folks behind the curtain over here who have been preparing for 364 days for today. Are we ready for the show to start? I think you can do a little bit better than that. Are you ready? Okay. Our first act is the Great Glen Eyre Dancers. Let's go back in time to 1961 when a stamp was 4 cents, a hamburger was 25 cents, gas was 30 cents a gallon, and the number one song was Twist and Shout. We want to encourage you to join our Glen Eyre dance team with a little twisting and shouting of your own. There's no wrong way to do this. All right, that was pretty great, wasn't it? Give it up again for the dance team. We've got a great production team getting the stage ready here. But while we wait for them to set up our next act, it occurred to me that twisting and shouting is a dangerous song and dance for the residents in the room here to be doing. And I see that you chose accordingly by not twisting and shouting. And that's okay. Okay, our second act is the Great Brother David. Let's go back to 1952. Considered a pop song at the time, selling over 1 million copies and was awarded a gold disc. This next act is a combination of a spoken story and audience participation. Please welcome today's preacher, Dr. David.
I have a message for you. A very sad message. My subject for this evening will be Little Bo Peep. It says here, Little Bo Peep, who was a little girl, has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Now that's reasonable, isn't it? It's reasonable to assume if Little Bo Peep had lost her sheep, it's only natural that she wouldn't know where to find them. That basically is reasonable, but leave them alone. Now that overwhelms me, completely overwhelms me. The man said she lost her sheep, turns right around and boldly states she doesn't know where to find them, and then has the stupid audacity to say, leave them alone. Now think for a moment, think. If the sheep were lost and you couldn't find them, you'd have to leave them alone. So leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's in the book. Leave them alone. And they being the sheep, they will come home. Oh, yes, they'll come home. Oh, there'll be a brighter day tomorrow. They will come home. It's in the book. They will come home. A wagon, a tail. Pray tell me, what else could they wag? They will come home, a wagon, a tail. Behind them. Did we think they'd wag them in front? Of course, they might have come home in reverse. They could have done that, I really don't know. But nonetheless, it's in the book. Now, if you will, kindly pick up your books and turn to page 222. We'll ask you all to sing. You'll find your books on the backs of your seats. Are we ready? Everyone, 222, let's really enjoy ourselves. Let's live it up all together. Do you remember Grandma's Lysol, good for everything in the home? And the secret was in the scrubbing. It wouldn't suds and couldn't foam. Then let us all sing right out of Grandma's Lysol, used for everything on the place, the pots and kettles, the dirty dishes, and for your hands, and for your face, oh, for your hands. Shall we now sing the second verse? Let's fill it with a great exuberance. Let's live it up. It's not raining inside tonight. Everyone, let's have a happy time. Are we ready? All together. The second verse. Little Herman and Brother Thurman had an aversion to washing their ears. Grandma scrubbed them with the Lysol, and they haven't heard a word in years. Then let us all sing right out of Grandma's Lysol. Sing all out, all over the place, the pots and kettles, the dirty dishes, and also hands, and also hands. Well, let's sing what's left of the last verse. Let's have a happy time, everyone. The last verse all together. Everyone. Thank you kindly. Mrs. O'Malley, out in the valley, suffered from ulcers, I understand. She swallowed a cake of Grandma's Lysol, has the cleanest ulcers in the land. Then let us all sing right out of Grandma's Lysol. Sing right out, all over the place, the pots and kettles, all dirty dishes and the hands.
Brother David, everybody. 1952 was an interesting time. Does anybody know what Grandma's lye soap actually is? Lye soap. Imagine that. I need to get, lye soap would be great. I guess we should all be happy it's not around anymore, huh? Yeah. All right. Act number 3 is Leslie Gore and Special Guest. Originally released in 1963, this song has been included in countless TV shows and movies. It's a catchy tune, so feel free to sing along. From the singer of It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To, please welcome Leslie Gore and a special guest.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Brighter than a lucky penny when you're near. The rain goes, disappears, dear, and I feel so fine just to know that you are mine. My life is sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. That's how this refrain goes. So come on, join in. Everybody, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way when you're in love to stay. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Brighter than a lucky penny when you're near. The rain goes, disappears, dear, and I feel so fine just to know that you are mine. My life is sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. That's how this refrain goes. So come on, join in. Everybody, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way. 'Cause you're in love, you're in love, and love is here to stay.
Leslie Gore and the cutest special guest of the day. Okay, as we're preparing for act number 4, just stopping to take a break and see how everyone in the room is doing. Doing pretty good? All right. Okay. While we wait, I've got some jokes to share with you all. It was suggested that I bring some jokes, and it's, I think, customary that most of the jokes that we share are about old people. But it's been brought to my attention that I am not an old person. So I am not going to tell jokes about old people, and there are no administrator jokes that I'm aware of. So I'm going to do the next best thing. I have a collection. At least no administrator jokes that I'm aware of. I think y'all might have a few. But I'm going to share a collection of dad jokes because I am a dad. So one really quickly here. I've got a great joke about construction, but I'm still working on it. Okay, I think we're ready for act number 4. No booing. All right. The Wee Glen Fern Quartet is excited to bring to you once again their famous soloist, Olivia Fig Newton. And their returning artist, Alice Cheerful Earful. They also have 3 new singers this year, featuring Kiss Me Katie. Kiss Me Katie. There we go. And Beach Babe Honey. Beach Babe Honey. And finally, the Steamy Stevie Wineglass. Yes. The 3 new quartet members are straight from America's Most Talented Honorable Mention show, And now, from their gig last night at their favorite home base, Lulu's Lucky Bar in Lizard Lick, and last Sunday afternoon after church at Ben's Bargain Barn in Bat Cave, we bring you the Wee Glen Fern Quartet with Olivia Fig Newton crooning, "Let Me Be There."
Wherever you go, wherever you may wander in your life, surely you know I'll always want to be there, holding your hand and standing by to catch you when you fall, seeing you through in everything you do. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. Watching you grow and going through the changes in your life. That's how I know I'll always want to be there. Whenever you feel you need a friend to lean on, here I am. Whenever you call, you know I'll be there. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there. All I ask you is let me be there.
Oh my goodness. Steamy Stevie. I'm not sure whose idea that was. I think he might have gotten set up. I think Steamy Stevie might be Doghouse Stevie this evening. All right, well, that was a great performance. Okay. So this is a bit of an intermission of sorts that we're going to experience right now. And we're going to give this a trial run to see if we need to do one for the Resident Association meeting next Tuesday. But I changed my mind as I was planning and figured I would leverage this time that we have here as an opportunity to talk about a subject that we can't seem to talk too much about, which is the calculation of volunteer hours. So, cut? Oh. Yeah, well, well, instead of that, I'm hearing y'all aren't interested in that today. We'll go with a few more of the dad jokes. Okay. You know, people say they pick their nose, but I feel like I was just born with mine. Yeah. There's more where that came from. Buckle up. All right, next one. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Why can't you hear a psychiatrist using the bathroom? Because the P is silent. Oh, yeah. Are we ready? No? We're good to go? Okay. Act number 5, The Crocodile Rocks. Elton and Susie are living a great life in southern Louisiana in the 1970s, but what they really miss is their carefree Friday night routine in the late 1950s, when they could rock out to their favorite tune. So come reminisce with them now. Just beware of the crocodiles.
I remember when Rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the Crocodile Rock, while the other kids are rocking round the clock. We were hopping and bobbing to the Crocodile Rock. Well, rockin', a song and shouting when your feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. On Friday nights, when Susie wore her dress down tight, and the crowd rockin' out on the side. But the years went by and the rock just died. Susie went and left us for some foreign guy. Long nights crying by the record machine, dreaming of the Chevy and the old blue jeans. But they never killed the thrills we got, burning up to the Crocodile Rock, learning fast as the weeks went past. We really thought the Crocodile Rock would last. Well, crocodile rockin', a song and shocking when your feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Friday nights, when Susie wore her dress down tight, the crowd rockin' out on the side. I remember when Rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. Had an old gold Chevy and a place of my own, but the biggest kick I ever got was doing a thing called the Crocodile Rock, while the other kids were rocking round the clock. We were hopping and bobbing to the Crocodile Rock. Well, rockin', a song and shocking when your feet just can't keep still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Friday nights, when Susie wore her dress down tight, and the crowd rockin' out on the side.
All right. I bet y'all were wondering where those crocodiles came from in the front. There's rocks and then there was crocodiles. And how did we get Sir Elton John out of retirement? That's a big question. He is old, that's true, yes. The 1970s were a wild and crazy time, so I'm told. That song was number 1 in 1972. And strangely, the inspiration of the song was actually from everyone's favorite Australian band, Daddy Cool. No, no Daddy Cool fans in the audience, apparently. All right. Well, we've got a hard-working production crew, and I think we're just about ready for act number 6, which is Life in the Fast Lane. Dance of the Hours is a short ballet and is the Act 3 finale of the opera La Gioconda, composed by Amilcare Ponchielli. The opera was first performed in 1876. Anybody 1876? Okay, no 1876. Was revised in 1880. It depicts the hours of the day through solo and ensemble dances. In 1949, Spike Jones and his City Slickers recorded slightly a different version. I don't think this is what Amilcare Ponchielli had in mind.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Doodles Weaver in the press box at Indianapolis for the races out here. It's a beautiful day for the races, not a cloud in the sky. 150,000 people are waiting for this great event, and what a spectacle, what a wonderful spectacle. I'll describe the whole thing now. The boys are coming around the turn. I believe it's a perfect shot as they come down here. The green flag waves, the starter says okay, and there they go! It's car number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack. Jack, hit me again, dealer. Oh, no. Number 10 is taking a lead around the far turn. He goes number 13, 16, 17, a green car, blue car. The first car by the steps will be number 10. Here he comes down the straightaway, 135 miles an hour. There he goes now. Car number 3, 4, 9. A wreck in the far turn. A man skidding around, out of control, up to the fence, down to the fence. Unless he's careful, he's going to hit the fence. Please don't hit that fence. He hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a very slight accident on the far turn involving 35 cars. I have my assistant Pootwaddle on the track with a traveling microphone. I'm going to have him cross where that driver is. Take it away, but be careful. I'm down the track now, and as I cross the track, number 3 went by there. As I cross the track, 4 went by there. Well, I'm having a little trouble getting across the track. Here's the driver of that car. Say a few words, driver, so everybody will know you're perfectly okay. You just turned the driver of that car. He's all right. Finish the race, please. Whoop. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Doodles, we are back at the stand for the finish of the races. For you people to tune in late, number 13 is setting records. There he goes now, passing everybody. Every eye is glued onto that car. Looks very funny with all those eyes glued on it. Here he goes. There he goes again. Look at that boy drive. Look at him go. He's really moving. There he goes again. Look at, he went by twice. And here's a little midget racer doing well. Look at that little midget. The midget racer went by 9, 12, P38. How'd that get in the race? And up 12, 9. And the best man is number 13 around the turn down to the green flag. He's coming down here for that 10. He think is a perfect finish down here. I believe he's going to be the winner. The crowd is going mad as he comes down, and there goes the winner!
That was fantastic. Sure, what was in the water in 1949, but it was pretty great. All right, I think we got some folks. Who's that coming in through the back? Oh boy, it's the Highwaymen returning from their 2022 show, and back by popular demand, we're happy to introduce the Highwaymen. Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, and Johnny Cash. And lead guitar player, Ken Russell. All right. We've got 2 songs by the Highwaymen, and while they're playing, keep an eye out for a certain mysterious Southern belle.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride, with sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her baubles to my trade, and many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I am still alive.
I was a sailor. I was born upon the tide, and with the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft to furl the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed. But I am living still. I was a dam builder, across the river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound, but I am still around. I'll always be around and around and around and around and around and around. I fly a starship across the universe divide, and when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again, or I may simply be a single drop of rain, but I will remain, and I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry.
And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, big river. And I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
Well, I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it tore me up to hear her when she drawled that southern drawl. Well, I heard my dream, went back downstream, cohorting in Davenport, but I follow you, big river, when you call.
You took me to St. Louis
said she's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. Then I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff, raised a few eyebrows, and moved on down alone. Well, I pulled into Natchez next day down the river, but there wasn't too much to make around to stay very long. Well, I left, it was raining, so nobody saw me cry. Big River, why is you doing me this way?
Now won't you bat it down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, roll it on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Go on, I've had enough, done my blues down in the Gulf. She loves you, Big River, more than me.
Well, I taught the wee Van Willow how to cry, cry, cry.
And I showed the clouds how to cover up the clear blue sky. And the tears I cried for that woman are gonna flood you, Big River.
And I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
All right, the Highwaymen, everybody. I guess it's true what they say. There's no such thing as too much guitar. All right, we're going to welcome everyone back up on the stage for our finale. We had a great show tonight, everybody, so go ahead and come on up.
Like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything that traffic will allow. Nowhere could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people, they smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. That night you open and there you are. Next day on your dressing room they've hung a star. Let's go on with the show. The costumes, the scenery, the makeup, the props, the audience that lifts you when you're down.
That's our show, everybody.
The headaches, the backaches, the flops.
Special thanks to our producer, Sarah Buchanan. Get up here, Sarah.
The opening when your heart beats like a
Come
clock.
All right, give it up for the cast one more time.
Closing when the customers
Take a bow, everybody. That's our show for the year. No. All right. Is there time for one more dad joke? No? Okay. Yeah. All right, there's refreshments in the rotunda. Thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you next year.
Tell me, what else could they wag? They were from home a-wagging their tail. Behind them. Did we think they'd wag them in front? Of course they were. Grandma's Lysol, good for everything in the home. And the secret was in the scrub.
That's how this refrain goes, so come on, join in. Everybody, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way. 'Cause you're in love, and love is here too.
Let me be there in your mind.
I remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun.
The press box at Indianapolis for the races out here. It's a beautiful day for the races, not a cloud in the sky. 150,000 people are waiting for this great event, and what a spectacle, what a wonderful spectacle. I'll describe the whole thing now. The boys are coming around the turn. I believe it's a perfect shot as they come down here.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride, with sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost.
She's been here, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. Then I found her trail in Memphis, but she just walked up the bluff, raised a few eyebrows, and moved on down alone. Well,